So guys, let us discuss the JEE Main pattern exercises for straight lines. First question says that a vertex of an equilateral triangle is 2, 3 and the opposite side is x plus y equals 2. Then the equations of the other two sides are what among all these? Now see, over here a direct concept is applied. If there is a line passing through a point x1, y1 and is making, say, an angle alpha with another line which is y equals mx plus c, m is obviously the slope of this line, then the equation of the line making an angle alpha with the line y equals mx plus c and passing through the point x1, y1 is given by what? It is given by y minus y1 equals m plus minus tan alpha whole upon 1 minus plus m tan alpha into x minus x1, right. Now over here we just need to understand how this formula is applicable in this context and hence get the equations very easily. So I have this triangle with me. So this vertex is supposed 2, 3 and this is x plus y equals 2. This is x plus y equals 2. The equation of this side, now if I talk about this side, you can very easily see this is 60. So alpha is known to me, x1, y1 is known to me. What is the slope? Minus 1. I can get the equation of this line. Similarly, I can get the equation of this line as well, both by the same equation, this one. So I am going to say the equation is y minus y1 equals m is what? Minus 1 plus minus tan alpha, which is tan 60, which is root 3 upon 1 minus plus m tan alpha into x minus x1. y1 is what? 3, because x1 is 2, y1 is 3, 2, 3 is the point. And when you resolve this, you get 2 plus minus root 3 x minus y equals 1 plus minus 2 root 3 as the equation of the other two sides of this equilateral triangle just by using this concept. Very clear? I have just applied the direct concept and got my very result and answer. Moving to the next question, we have if two vertices of a triangle are these and its orthocenter lies at the origin, then the coordinates of the third vertex are what? Okay. So information about two vertices and the orthocenter is given to us. Let's see. So over here, because orthocenters information is given to us, clearly the concepts about orthocenter should be very clear. I am saying suppose this is the third side. I don't know what this is, the third vertex. I am saying B is minus 2, 3 and C is 5, minus 1. Orthocenter is, say, at the origin. If O is the orthocenter, I know OA is perpendicular to BC. If OA is perpendicular to BC, that means slope of OA into slope of BC is minus 1. Slope of OA is what? y1 minus 0 upon x1 minus 0. Clear? This multiplied by slope of BC, which is what? Minus 1 minus 3 upon 5 minus minus 2, which is 7. This is minus 1. From here you get an equation in x1 and y1. After that you are going to say that OB is also perpendicular to AC. If OB is also perpendicular to AC, OB is also perpendicular to AC, that means 3 upon minus 2 multiplied by OB is perpendicular to AC. So minus 1 minus y1. What is the slope? Minus 1 minus y1 upon 5 minus x1 is again minus 1. From here also you get an equation in x1 and y1. So you basically have two equations in two unknowns and therefore you can solve them to get the very value of x1 and y1 from here, which eventually comes out to be x1 is minus 4 and y1 is minus 7. And that's the approach. The only concept required is of the orthocenter, that if O is the orthocenter, then OA is perpendicular to BC, OB is perpendicular to AC, OC is perpendicular to AB. and then you have the equations with you. You just need two equations because there are just two unknowns. No need to use the very fact that OC is perpendicular to AB. Use them, get the value of x1 and y1. The next question that we have is the line parallel to the x-axis and passing through the intersection of the lines, this and this is what? Okay. So you need to understand two things over here. There is a line which is passing through the intersection of the two lines. What is the equation of the line passing through the intersection of two lines? It is given by ax plus 2by plus 3b plus lambda times the next one, which is bx minus 2ay minus 3a equals 0. This is the equation of the line passing through the intersection of the two given lines. So you have a plus lambda b x plus twice of b minus lambda a y plus thrice of b minus lambda a. Right? This is 0. If this is the equation of the line passing through the intersection of these two lines, it is also given that it is parallel to the x-axis, which means that its slope is 0. Slope is 0 means minus of coefficient of x upon coefficient of y is 0. That means this is 0, which means a plus lambda b is 0, which means lambda is what? Minus a by b. If you plug lambda back in here, what you get is minus a by b, b cancels, this is 0. Here if you put minus a by b, what you get is minus a, so this gives you plus a square by b, so this is what you get. Fine. After that you have 3, again b square plus a square by b equals 0, which eventually gives you what? B square plus a square multiplied by 2y plus 3 equals 0. Clearly this can never be 0, it's a non-negative expression. So this has to be 0 to give the product to be equal to 0. If 2y plus 3 is 0, so y will be minus 3 by 2. If y is minus 3 by 2, that means what? Scenario is something like this, that these are the two lines. There is a line passing through the intersection of these two lines and parallel to the x-axis, and this is minus 3 by 2. So actually this line is lying 3 by 2 units below the x-axis. Clear? It is lying 3 by 2 units below the x-axis. And that's the answer. Okay? Moving on to the next question. We have that the line given by this particular equation passes through this point. There is another line K parallel to line L and has this as its equation. Find the distance between these two lines. Okay, so slope of L, if I talk about, slope of L is minus b by 5. Slope of K, because their equations are known to me, slope of K is minus 3 by c. They both are given to be parallel, that means their slopes will have to be equal. So you get minus b by 5 equals minus 3 by c, which gives you BC equals 15. Firstly, BC is 15. Next you have that this line is actually passing through the point 13, 32. That means 13 upon 5 plus 32 upon b is 1, which eventually gives you b is minus 20. If b is minus 20, c will be what? 15 upon minus 20, which is minus 3 by 4. So you basically have c with you, you have b with you, and now you can calculate the equation of line L and K. What will that be? L will be x upon 5 plus y upon b equals 1, which eventually gives you what? Let me make this minus. So you get 4x minus y equals 20. 4x minus y minus 20 is 0. And if I talk about the next line, that is k, it is x upon c. So x upon c, c is minus 3 by 4. So upon minus 3 by 4 means what? Minus 4x by 3 plus y by 3 is 1. So you get minus 4x plus y equals 3, or I can say minus 4x plus y minus 3 is 0, or 4x minus y plus 3 is 0. If you can carefully observe these two lines, 4x minus y, their slopes are same, they are parallel lines. Distance between them is given by mod of minus 20 minus 3 upon under root of a square plus b square. This is what? Yeah, so this is 23 by root 70. We just use the concept of distance between two parallel lines to obtain this as the answer. Okay? The next question says that if the sum of the slopes of the lines given by this equation, okay, so there are two lines, their equations in the combined form is given to you. If the sum of their slopes is 4 times the product of their slopes, then C has what value? Now you know the sum of the slopes, if m1 and m2 are the slopes, this is minus 2h by b, and m1 into m2 is a by b. Fine, when I am talking about the equation what? Ax square plus 2hxy plus by squared equals 0. Fine, that's what is given to you. Combined equation of the two lines passing through the origin. Now over here if you compare with this, you get m1 plus m2 is minus 2h by b. So this is 2c, and m1 into m2 is a by b, which is 1 upon minus 1, which is minus 1. From here you have basically that the sum is 4 times the product. So 2c is 4 times minus 1. So you get c is minus 4 by 2, which is minus 2. So c basically has value minus 2. Cool? Next we have the combined equation of pair of lines. The combined equation of lines through the origin and perpendicular to the pair of lines given by this is what? So this is very easy. A direct concept is applicable, but still let's try to understand. Suppose this particular equation is representing, so basically it is representing the combined equation of two lines passing through the origin. Suppose those two lines are y equals m1x and y equals m2x. Now the equation of line which is passing through the origin and is perpendicular to this line is given by m1y plus x equals 0, and line passing through the origin and perpendicular to this line is given by m2y plus x equals 0. So what is the combined equation of the lines which are perpendicular to these lines and are passing through the origin? Just take the product of both of them. What you get? m1y plus x into m2y plus x equals 0, which gives you m1 into m2 y square. m1 into m2 is a by b y square plus m1 xy plus m2 xy. So plus m1 plus m2 xy. m1 plus m2 is minus 2h by b xy plus x square. So this eventually gives you ay square minus 2hxy plus bx square equals 0. So basically what you did in short was that you swapped the coefficients of x square and y square and you changed this plus sign to the minus sign. So you can memorize it as a result as well, that if you need to find the combined equation of the pair of lines which are perpendicular to the pair of lines represented by this equation and passing through the origin, you just in this equation need to swap the very coefficients of x square and y square and change the very sign of 2hxy. And you are going to get the answer, which is ax square minus 2hxy plus by square. That's what you get, ay squared, not this. actually you get what? Bx square minus 2hxy plus ay square. That's what you've got, see? Ay square minus 2hxy plus bx square. Now the next question says what? If theta is the acute angle between the lines given by this combined equation, then you need to talk about this relationship being satisfied. So theta is the acute angle between the lines given by this equation. So how do you represent that? It is twice under root h square minus ab upon a plus b. So tan theta is what? H square, which is minus p whole square, minus a into b, 1 into 1, upon a plus b, 1 plus 1. So you get tan square theta equals p square minus 1, or 1 plus tan square theta is p square, or sec square theta is p square, or sec theta is p, and that's how easily you get option number C as the correct one. Fine. Next question says, if x square minus 2pxy minus y square and x square minus 2qxy minus y square equals 0, bisect angles between each other. So basically, indirectly, this is the equation of the angle bisectors, or this is the equation of the combined equation of the bisector of the angles between the two lines represented by this equation. Generally, you should know whenever you have ax square, let me write it down, you have ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals 0, then the combined equation of the bisectors of the angles between the two lines represented by this equation is given by x square minus y square upon a minus b equals xy upon h. This is the of the bisectors. So over here the line is given to you as x square minus 2pxy minus y square. So the equation of bisectors will be x square minus y square upon a minus b. So 1 minus minus 1, that is 2, equals xy upon h. H is minus p. So you can write it down like this also. This is px square minus py square equals minus 2xy. So this is px square plus 2xy minus py square equals 0. But actually this equation is given to you to be equal to this. So this equation should be same as this equation, and therefore I get that the coefficients are proportional. P upon 1 is equal to 2 upon minus 2q is equal to minus p upon minus 1. Fine. And therefore what you observe is p is equals to minus 1 upon q, or p into q is minus 1, or 1 plus pq is 0. So your relationship is that 1 plus pq should be equal to 0 for this equation to be the combined equation of the bisector of the angles formed between the two lines represented by this equation. Now the next question says that the angle between the lines joining the origin to the point of intersection of this line and this curve is what? So this is again a very direct concept. For that we need to revise a bit. So basically whenever you have this second degree general curve and I am interested in finding the combined equation of the straight lines passing through the origin or joining the origin to the point of intersection of this line and this curve, then how do you represent that? Basically the combined equation of the pair of straight lines. How do you represent it is, this is x square plus y square. So basically ax square plus 2hxy plus by square, you write it. Right now there is no 2hxy, a is 1, b is 1, so x square plus y square, that's it. Plus 2gx plus 2fy multiplied by Lx plus my upon minus n, where Lx plus my plus n equals 0 is the equation of the line, which to us is given like this. But there is no 2gx plus 2fy term, so that also is not going to come over here. Then you have plus c. C is what? Minus 4. So you get minus 4 Lx plus My upon minus n. So already this is minus 2, minus of minus 2 gives you 2 whole square. Fine, equals 0. This is the combined equation of the straight lines joining the origin to the point of intersection of this line and this circle. So what you get eventually is x square plus y square. This 4 gets cancelled. You have 3x square plus y square plus 2 root 3xy equals 0, which gives you x square plus y square minus 3x square minus y square minus 2 root 3 xy equals 0. Plus y square minus y square cancels out. You get x square minus 3x square is minus 2x square minus 2 root 3xy equals 0. So minus 2 comes out common. You have x square plus root 3xy equals 0. Eventually, if this is 0, that means this is 0. So this is the actual equation of those lines. And the question is, what is the angle between these lines? So angle again, you know how to get. Tan theta is 2 times root over h square. H is what? 2hxy. So 2 into root 3 by 2 into xy would have been the general form. So 2 into root 3 by 2, that means h is root 3 by 2 minus a into b. A is 1, b is 0, a into b is 0 upon a plus b is 1. So you get 2 into, this is root over 3 by 4, and eventually you get root 3. So theta is 60 degrees or pi by 3 radians, because tan theta is root 3, that means theta is pi by 3. Clear? Moving on to the next question, we have, if the equation this represents two parallel straight lines, okay, so parallel straight lines, then justify the relationship between mu and lambda. So you should know that this is the general equation of, general combined equation of two straight lines which are not passing through origin, basically a general one. So you have that h square should be equal to ab if the two lines are parallel. Now here if you can see 2hxy, so 2, if you divide by 2, it is this term which comes out to be equal to h, right? So h square means lambda plus mu by 2 whole square equals a into b. You can see a is 1, b is lambda into mu, so a into b is lambda into mu. So you get lambda square plus mu square plus 2 lambda mu. This is 4 lambda mu. When you bring it over here, you get lambda square plus mu square minus 2 lambda mu is 0. That means lambda minus mu whole square is 0, which means lambda minus mu is 0 or lambda equals mu. So the relationship between lambda and mu is this, and that is what completes my discussion over these questions. Please practice them very nicely. That's it from my side. Thank you.